Hey traders, thanks so much for hopping in here today. I'm pumped, I'm ready to go. I'm excited. And I'm excited because I now have a max loss on my account. CMEG has put a restriction. I can no longer lose more than $100 in a day. If I lose $100 on realized losses, then my account is restricted from trading. And I set that in place. I'm very happy I did that. I think that it was necessary at this point. I want to do a video on why I did that, but today I'm really excited to get into some trading. I think because now that I have to keep in mind, um, I can't lose $100. It's going to put me more on my feet as far as my share size goes and my picks. As far as what stocks I'm looking at to trade. Right now I'm looking at a short on REPH. This one on the daily yesterday it looks like a bear flag. See, we have the pull, then an uptrend here and it's coming up near resistance from the high of day yesterday. And I'm looking to short this. I actually have 50 shares at 810. That's what I got filled. It's frustrating, but I'll take what I can get. Besides that, I'm going to start trying to be a little bit more patient today and look for some good entries, some good positions. Let's get into the trading. Let's see how I did today. That spot wants to creep, and I'd be getting in near support if I got in here, so would not be risking very much at all. Okay, I'm going to go for this 155 just because I'm not risking very much on this. Looks like we're going to get a little bit of a move here. 160 bids. Coming up near the VWAP, so that's what's holding it up a little bit right here. Don't like it sitting stagnant like this because I think it could just drop randomly. That's why I'm happy these 5,500 shares just popped up at 158. Now 160. Okay, we got to break 163 because that's the VWAP. Okay, we're pushing on up here. Breaking VWAP, that's good. Bid stacking at 165. Ooh, 167 bids. 170 bids. Okay, I'm taking it there. It's a decent little trade right there. Haven't had a red candle yet though. Coming up near 175 resistance, so I wanted to take it right there. REPH, I'm making money on my 50 shares. Yeah, I'm probably just going to take this, to be honest. It's bouncing off the trend line here. Now, that's what I was looking for on 300 shares, but didn't get it. Back at 776. See, for this, just make sure to put your order on the limit, especially when you have a 10-cent spread like this. 787 on the ask and 775 on the bid. Definitely make sure to use a limit order for this rather than a market, just so you can get filled at a better price. Granted, on 50 shares, it's only a matter of a few dollars, but yeah, I'll take what I can get. I hate to say this, but there is a flaw that I have, and I need to learn from it. And if you struggle with this too, I hope you learn from this. Is when I'll have profitable trades really early on in the day, but because I think of my love for trading and the dopamine rush that I get from it, it causes me to want to trade more. Like I want to trade. I want to trade more than I want to make money, which is a weird concept. But really, when I look back over the last few years, considering the money I've made versus how much time and energy I put into this, it makes sense. I love trading more than I love making money. And I've had a taste of big profits as well of $1,000 days. And so when I have a realized gain of $70, that doesn't even change my mood. It doesn't really get me excited. I want more is what I'm saying. I'm still hungry for more, and that's bad. I really think that's what's been hurting me a lot recently is because I've been trying to overtrade, trying to get more, and then I dig myself in a hole, and I love digging. I've realized that I really love digging myself really deep in a hole. I'll get a shovel and I'll start digging away. And it's a bad thing. It really is a terrible thing. You need to just know yourself better than anyone else because there's going to be teachers that tell you how you should trade, when you should walk away, how many trades to take, etc., etc., etc. But at the end of the day, you cannot teach someone's own personal experience. You can't teach experiences. That's something that you're going to get yourself from trading in the markets. Um, and understanding yourself is really your biggest enemy. You have to know yourself as a trader because some of the emotions I struggle with are not the emotions you struggle with. And we really can help each other out, refine each other, edge each other in a way to help each other grow. And I really do believe that. There's been some traders I've talked to that have said, I thought trading was every man for himself type of deal, when in reality, starting this YouTube channel, for instance, I mean, we're all here to help each other, which is a really neat thing about this. We're all here to help each other and to help grow. And I really do believe that once you figure out who you are as a trader, which may take some time, and you accept that, you accept full responsibility. You cannot blame market, you cannot blame other people or any outside circumstances at all. You have to understand that, yes, I have a problem and I need help. Hi, my name is Kevin Avery. I'm a day trader. Okay, now this is not an AA meeting, but you really need to understand yourself and accept full responsibility, because I know my own issues. I know I love to overtrade. I love to dig myself deep in a hole because I want to either make more money, or two, I want to make back money. I love overtrading, and I thought after doing this for several years that I would be a more experienced trader and be able to handle that emotion, but I can't. I don't know. Maybe it's going to take more time, but I've also seen some experienced traders that have been doing this for a long time, and they still struggle with it as well. I think it's just natural, and so you need to set rules in place for yourself. I did not want to have to do this, but I don't want to blow up an account. So what I did was I contacted CMEG and I told them put a $100 restriction on my account on my realized gains. Granted, that means today, I should have made over $100 if I'm risking that per day. But that doesn't necessarily mean I'm risking $100 every single day. I don't. I can walk away with a $50 loss. Will I? I don't know. We're gonna see what the next step takes us. But as of now, I'm pretty satisfied with it. I'm really happy that I chose to do that, because I realized a flaw in my trading and my emotions. My emotions kind of driving my trading, and I stepped up and took initiative to try to take care of that. It's not the funnest thing to do to have a $100 restriction on my account, but I think setting rules for yourself is really important, because I would always mentally set rules. I'd say I'm only doing this today, I'm only taking these trades, if I lose this much I'm out, but they always get blown out of the water. And so if I contact CMEG and they put the restriction on my account, the only way to lift that restriction is if I contact them again, and I'm not going to probably go that far out of my way intraday to lift that so I can make another trade. So know yourself, know what emotions you struggle with the most, and then figure out what you can do to counter them. For instance, if you experience FOMO and you end up chasing a lot of stocks and then you get burnt, what do you have to do? I mean, people say sit on your hands, and you just can't do it. You're always chasing these stocks. So what do? I don't know. You got to figure that out for yourself. Another terrible emotion that I have is capping my winners too early. Like, I always just want to lock in. And so a way to counter that emotion was for me to scale out my position. And I was thinking about doing that on SBOT even, but I only had 400 shares. So I've been trading a lot smaller share size because I'm trying to gain confidence and consistency back. But if you were to have, I think, probably 1,000+ shares on a position, scaling out is an option. If you lock in always way too early for a 5 to 10 cent profit, scale out half of your position. I think I'm going to end my day right there, traders. I want to end the day on a green note, not a huge day, but I need to get confidence back, and I've been doing that with some smaller share size. Get my confidence back to start trading with larger share size, and as we see the market start heating back up, as we have been, then we can continue to size into some positions. And I really wanted to talk about my decision to put the restriction on my CMEG account from yesterday, in hopes that that would benefit some of you out there. If you enjoyed this video at all, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm going to walk away from the desk, because if I sit here, I know I'm going to trade. We'll see you tomorrow.